Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of The Morning Mindset Motivation. Today I'd like to return to that book, The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Al Rios and Jack Trout, and talk about the law of perspective. Basically, this law talks about or is concerned with the short-term versus the long-term effects of any marketing that's done, the effect on the brand and or the product line. Usually, the long-term effects are negative, even though the short-term effects can be perceived as positive. Here's an example. Let's talk about beer. Let's talk about the Miller Brewing Company. They have a number of different types of beers that are designed to appeal to different types of beer consumers. You have the Miller Genuine Draft, you got the Miller High Life, you got the Miller Lite, and all the others. This plays into that law of division that we had talked about in a previous segment, where instead of attempting to be number one in the entire product category, you subdivide that category and then become number one there. Well, over the course of the long-term approach, it can be argued that this type of approach will cannibalize your product line. In other words, if you have one customer that is an avid Miller Genuine Draft consumer, and that customer were to change brands to, say, Miller Lite, you haven't actually gained a new customer. They've just simply moved to a different brand in your product line. So again, it can be argued that that's a negative over the long term, but that in essence is the law of perspective, the difference between the short term and the long term effects of your marketing efforts. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, and I hope you all have a great